Hello world and welcome back. I am Karhu, the Great Bear of the North, and this is Venice Universalis, the Most Serene Kingdom, episode 10, and this is fantastic. I thank you all for your support, but I do have one question for you guys. How can I make these videos better for you? Do you want more history segments, longer history segments, shorter history segments, more music in the history? I don't know. You guys let me know how to make the actual videos better. Not the gameplay. I know I'm terrible at the gameplay, but more the history aspects in the videos themselves. So please let me know. Also, Metalgarn has said that I have completely screwed up the estates, which is probably true. I learned how to use estates in MEIOU and taxes, and they use a different system, and I just assumed it was the same system. It is not. My bad. That one's on me. And Fatine also says that my army size is not good. I don't need 2 sets of 10, which is very much likely true. So instead, I'm just going to go with, I'll eventually bring these over to Trebinjie and carry them over from there. So yeah, we're bringing this over here. We're going to go for Trebinjie, and then we're going to go for Hungary, which is the plan. So as soon as this ticks up to 20, we'll make the claim on Trebinjie, which I know little about, other than the fact that it used to be part of the Empire of Serbia, and then we'll get in from there. So 14.5, 15.95. Let's speed this gameplay up just a smidge. Just a smidge. Disputed succession in France. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. Although I could. Do I vassalize? Oh, I own Bosnian core provinces, so they're not going to want to become my vassal anyways, but I said I could vassalize Bosnia and then use that to take over the rest of Ragusa, but whatever. Let's merge these guys. Girolamo Polani, he is the guy I want because he's better at sieges, and you know what? Let's also rename this Esercito della Repubblica. There we go. And we even give it a hotkey number. Fantastic. 17.4, we're almost done. Admiral Giovanni San Paolo will no longer serve us. Well, speaking of estates, is it the burghers that give me an admiralship? Yeah. But their influence needs to be 40 or greater. I need to increase their influence. I could give them territory. I could. Meh. We can send an emissary to the Pope. That's always good. Demand administrative support. Oh no, that'll drop that down to 32, which will make them revolt. I don't want that. Make generous donation. No, we're gonna do it this way. All right, 18.85. We're this close. We're this close. Oh, but if I'm transporting 20,000 person armies around, I'm going to need to increase that a smidge. Oh, we are 20.3. I almost missed that. Fabricate claim in Trebinjie. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Bob is your uncle. We now have a claim. They have no allies. We're not going to bring in the Pope. And this is going to be a really simple, easy conquest just to expand our Balkan territories. Look at this. We're already at minus 28%. This is going to be easy. Easy, easy, easy. Diplomat from Cyprus has been discovered while building a spy network. How dare Cyprus? I should attack you for that. I should definitely attack you for that. Who? They're a vassal of Alturkia. Actually, let's just see for a bit. The armies. Let's see our rivals. Actually, no. Alturkia. Where's Alturkia's? Whoa. No. Don't tell me they have no army. Okay, 23,000. Why did I miss that? Am I blind? Yeah, they're right here. I don't know how I missed that. So yeah, they have more than me, which isn't good. And how is their navy? Well, my navy should be able to smash theirs, especially considering some of theirs will be in the Gulf of Suez and the Red Sea. So I might, especially if they get into a war with the Ottomans. Yeah, they've been discovered building a spy network. So if we could expand into Egypt, that would be wonderful. I can call in the Papal States into our conquest of Trebinje. No. No, why? Our truce with Flanders has ended. I don't even remember why we were at war with Flanders in the first place. Probably doing something to do with some alliance somewhere. But all I can say is stupid sexy Flanders. Florence has announced me as their rival. That's not good. Oh yeah, speaking of Florence. Let's build a spy network. Let's start claiming our way down through this. Because I do want I do want ports in the Tyrrhenian. Or I guess the Ligurian Sea in this game. Either way, the west coast of Italy. Southwest coast, southern coast, whatever. I don't know. Like, I always see in my mind this Italian peninsula as being, like, straight north-south, even though it clearly totally is not. But, whatever. How are the Ottomans doing? Still just trucking along. Mantua is now considered part of our patrimony. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, what is this? Mission fulfilled. High income. Construction cost -10. Construction time -25%. And we also have build buildings. Let us never sit idle, even in peaceful times. Instead, we must use our resources with industry in order to make sure that we have funds available in time if misfortune should strike upon us. Building spree for 25 years, also 50 administrative power, and the building spree gives us 10 income, 10 ducats per annum, not per month. That would be insanity. And I mean, 10 ducats isn't all that much, but it contributes. A little bit here, a little bit there. This is insane. 64%. Come on, guys. Just win the darn siege. There we go. Siege of Trebinje. Boom. Take all their ducats. Venetian conquest of Trebinje, which you know what this means by now. It means we core it. It also means history lesson. Whoop! Like so much of the Balkans, Trebinje was passed from polity to polity with startling frequency. Rome, Slavs, Eastern Rome, Serbia, Bosnia, the Ottomans. And considering its location, at the eastern end of a large flat plain where a river valley enters the Dinaric Alps, and just a day's ride from Ragusa and the Adriatic, it's not hard to see why. The main city of Trebinje is a major stopover on the trade route from Ragusa to Constantinople. It was even a mustering point for forces of the First Crusade in the late 11th century. Despite this trade importance, Trebinje remained a relatively historically insignificant city up to its conquest by the Ottomans in 1482, who spent significant resources on improving the area. The city's most famous landmark, the Arslanagich Bridge in the Old Town, was built by the Ottomans. Also important to the region is the picturesque Tvrdos Monastery. Built in the 15th century before the Ottoman conquest on the site of an old Roman church, the monastery became the center of anti-Ottoman sentiment in the region during the Serb uprisings of 1596 to 1597. Without going into details, the uprising did not go well for the Serbs. At least the monks now make really good wine. I'll count that as a win. Awesome, that is good. I moved my army out of Trebinje because their supply limit is only 13. So, yeah, I was actually losing armies due to attrition in my own territory, which is always mildly embarrassing, to put it politely. So everything is good alliance-wise. Is now the time to strike. What do we need? We need 40 to take Lika. Is now the time to strike on Hungary? I think it might be. Unless the Ottomans aren't doing anything. I mean, we do have bigger targets, but right now attacking them would actually be really, really silly. Would be really silly. Papal States, nobody wants to join us. Castile is this close to joining us. France is not going to happen. It's a distant war, as is Polska. It's also not going to happen. Okay. So basically we'd be going against the Egyptians by our lonesome. And now we have the Protestant Reformation. And it's in Crane. Crane is a center of Reformation. This is not pleasant. This is not pleasant at all, because they will be constantly converting our territories. So now the question is, do we stay Catholic, Where do we go? Protestant. National tax. Okay, what is Catholic? What are the Catholic bonuses? I don't even really know. We can convert to Protestant, which would cost 100 prestige. We will gain 335 ducats. A center of reformation could appear in a European province. Venice gets religious zeal, missionary strength versus heretics. But yet we're allied with the Pope. And however, if we switch, I believe all our alliances also go away. So I will pose this question to you. As the glorious citizens of Venice, do we stay Catholic? Or do we switch to Protestant? Because Crane is a big deal. These things will start to switch very, very quickly. If we can get a secondary center of reformation, that would be wonderful. But I'll ask you guys what you think. So let me know. Vote in the comment section below. That worked out kind of well the last time. So, I mean, I'm happy with the turnout last time. But, yeah, we need a new Navy leader. There we go. And who is Ragusa and Siena? And who can I bring into this war? I can bring in the Pope. Bringing the Pope into this war will be very good. But I do want to build up my spy network so I can take Alicia, because this is key. Then we can start, you know, carrying around this. Our heir Francesco is now calm. Stability cost modifier minus 10%. Good for him. Ooh, looks like the peasants are revolting in Lucha. They're definitely not lucky at all. I mean, it's basically Ferrara. It's like Lucha Ferrara. Actually, here's the leader. What is the noble house of Lucha? Oh, it's still the Republic of Lucha now no longer controls Lucha at all. And the Ottomans are claiming Karhu. Oh, right. Why did you guys go back to Trebinje? I moved you over. There we go. Supply limit is still minus 13. It's still only 13. So this is kind of good. This is kind of good. We still have some separatists in Tripoli. Fair enough. Fair enough. We are almost at the... Oh, well, we are definitely at the point where we can make a claim in Modena. And what is our aggressive expansion? Wow. Florence hates me. But the aggressive expansion isn't actually that bad. Who's Florence allied with? They're allied with France. Okay, so we need to get France into a war with somebody else. So that when I declare war on Florence... I think this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to declare war on Hungary, take their stuff. While we're still at war with Hungary, before we peace out of that, we'll have to declare war on Florence, then bring France into that war, if we can, just in order to deal with the whole Savoyard issue. Or, are we a great power yet? We are not a great power yet. I was going to say we could use a great power to force, say, Siena to end their rivalry with France, or France to end their alliance with Florence. But anyways, the Bible has been translated. A priest in Mantua, whom we just conquered last episode, has translated the Bible into our language, into Venetian. And he has started to distribute copies of it to nearby villages throughout Mantua. Heresy burned the priest and his books. I mean, all our allies are Catholic. I think we have to heresy ban the priest and his books. We will attempt to stay Catholic, at least until the vote. And the vote is not whether or not we switch to Reformed later on. The question is whether or not we switch to Protestant. That is it. There is no anything else. Just because there is a lot of territory to try to siege down. Oh, you know what I really should have done? I really should have bought cannon. I can't believe I'm stupid and didn't buy cannon. Let's also mothball the fort in Mantua. We don't need that. They're not going to be attacking Corfu, so let's... Do we even need the fort in Corfu? Probably not, but let's mothball that. Anyways, let's mothball Rhodes, because they're not going to be attacking over by sea. They might end up coming through here. So, you know, we are going to leave Mantua, but I don't think they're going to be... I mean, certainly they're not going to be attacking Rhodes. Certainly not going to be attacking Rhodes. But it is Ragusa and Siena. We've lost the diplomatic casus belli against there. Treasurer Remo Menyo has died. Yearly inflation reduction, missionary strength. We don't have enough money to hire him, actually. Domenico Pordenone, production efficiency plus 10%. We'll do it that way. Although I would have preferred a trader. Either way, here is... Oops, no. Fabricate claim. There we go. Now we can declare war. And the war will be to take... And only... The Pope is the only ally we can bring in. That should be fine. Let's do this. I'm actually going to focus on taking out Ragusa, and then I'm going to take out Hungary afterwards. So here we go. Boom, Ragusa. Oh, nope, I need to take my army. Boom. And there's actually, they're smashed. Ruthless blockader, blockade efficiently plus 25%, which is good, but it's not really necessary. Because, I mean, with this much power in our fleets, it's going to be covered anyways. Oh, look at that, they're trying to take Treviso. That's cute. That's really cute, because I'm going to stomp through Ragusa really quickly, especially once I get my cannon over. Like, this is actually mildly embarrassing, how quickly I'm going to take Ragusa. If we can take all of this all at once this episode, because I think our conquest of Firenze will not be this episode, that will be later episodes. But we will see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Good job, Eastern Roman Empire. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is good. Good, we've won the Siege of Ragusa already, so we can almost piece them out. That's nice. How many ships of theirs are we going to take? We didn't capture any of their ships. Actually, are we using the doctrine? Or did we not? No, we didn't actually select a naval doctrine because we didn't have enough money. So I keep forgetting things. But this is nice. This is very nice. Siena is going to give us a bunch of money from that conquest. That's nice. And let's already piece out Ragusa. Definitely you're giving me Dubrovnik. And this will give a coalition from Ragusa, Siena, Firenze. Fine. What if I took all of that? You're not going to give me all of that? I have all of your territory. How can you not give me this? Really, guys? Maybe I need to attack. Let's do it this way. Especially if Siena can get out of this war, too. Boom, smashy, smashy. We smashed them good and only lost like 3,000 troops. That's a pretty good, some pretty good butt kicking there, if I do say so myself. Let's focus on Samogi, their castle, take their fort out first. There we go. And we might be able to afford an additional cannon. Let's get that over. And now can we take all of, there we go. This will make a massive, however, coalition against us, including the Emperor, including Milan, Bayern, some of the larger, and Austria, some of the larger territories. Let's try to keep that in check. Hungary, yeah, okay. But you know what? As this war goes on, a lot of that will actually go away. So you know what? Instead of all of this, I want war reparations. I definitely want war reparations. And 8, 9. Come on, 86? Oh, we can still keep going. Because war reparations will hurt them in the long run. So that's why I want to take that. There we go. Yeah, there might be a coalition. But hey, Second Venetian conquest of Lica. Fantastic. We have Ragusa. Yes, we have Herzegovina. Yes, we will immediately transfer these over. I mean, yeah, it's a little higher from war exhaustion, but literally it's 3%. That is neither here nor there. Oh, with the conquest of Herzegovina and Ragusa, whoop! Like Trebinje, Mostar is relatively unimportant and famous for an elegant Ottoman bridge, the Stari Most. In this case, however, the bridge pre-existed the Ottomans. The city was a major river crossing linking Bosnian mines with the Adriatic, so the importance of the bridge is understandable. Indeed, the city's name comes from the word for bridgekeeper, Mostari. Upon conquering the city in 1468, the Ottomans developed the region and renamed the city Koprivhisar, meaning fortress at the bridge. And finally, we have taken King's Landing. Take that, House Lannister. Wait, what? In real history, the city of Ragusa was a major thorn in Venice's side for over 600 years. Initially, however, the city and the eponymous republic had humble beginnings. Much like Venice, the city was founded on an island by exiles fleeing invasion, this time when Slavs attacked Cavtat, called Ragusa Vecchio in Italian. The Slavs then founded their own city across a small channel from the island, which they named Dubrovnik. Hence Ragusa is the city's Romance name, Dubrovnik the Slavic. The two settlements merged in the 12th century. The channel that separated them is now the city's main street. After the Fourth Crusade, remember the first episode's history content? Venice took Dalmatia, and Ragusa became a de jure vassal of the Serenissima. After the Hungarian War in the 14th century, Ragusa fell to Hungary, although Buda left the Adriatic city more or less to its own devices. And it was during this period that Ragusa developed as a major trading rival to the Venetians. Taking a page out of their former overlord's book, the Ragusans focused on trade and played a dangerous political game, playing the eastern and western forces against each other to their own advantage. In the 15th century, Ragusa allied with the Ottomans, trading an annual tribute in exchange for protection against the Venetians and advantageous trading agreements throughout the Ottoman Empire. So long as Ragusa did not interfere with Ottoman interests, they were free to do as they wanted, such as develop a long-term alliance with Ancona, on Italy's Adriatic coast across from Ragusa, to keep Venetian traders at bay. Ragusa became a major port, part of a route to the mainland for those seeking an alternative to Venetian routes. Once the Iberians started exploring the world, though, ironically often using Italian navigators, the Mediterranean merchant republics started losing influence, Ragusa included. Though no longer the mercantile port it was, the city continued to grow and prosper, becoming a center of Croatian culture and thought. Many of the city's major monuments, those not destroyed in a major 1667 earthquake, are from this period. The Sponza Palace, a combination of Gothic and Renaissance architecture, was at different times a customs house, a literary academy, a mint, an armory, and currently the city's archives. The Rector's Palace, somewhat reminiscent of Venice's Palazzo Ducale, was the seat of the Republic's government. Currently it is part of the city's museum. Though the church was destroyed in the earthquake, the pharmacy of the Franciscan Monastery survived almost unscathed. Established in 1317, it ranks as the world's third oldest continually operating pharmacy. And perhaps most famously are the city's walls. They're absolutely massive, up to 6 meters or 20 feet thick, and 25 meters or 80 feet high. The walls were designed to keep both the Venetians and the Ottomans out. With numerous fortresses and towers, the walls are a major tourist attraction today, reminders of the history of the unconquerable Ragusa. I guess it wasn't that unconquerable after all, eh? Awesome. Fantastic. This is going exceedingly well. Exceedingly well. A peace offer from Siena? No, I'm not going to accept your peace offer. You will give me... See, I could take Siena. Oh, no, give it to the Pope? No, because then that means one more territory I'm going to have to take from the Pope in order to form Italy, because Siena is part of that goal. Siena will remain independent. However, they will steer trade, war reparations. Brilliant. I mean, I'm only going to get... I'll get 41 of this amount. That is good. That is very good. Okay, so now we're just waiting on Hungary, really. Really, they're going down to Scutari? This is really silly. You know what, fine. Take Scutari, I'll take all of your homeland. Okay, so be it. So be it. They're gonna split off and do their little thing, but you know what? The Pope's gonna come after you, so yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this is all good. This is all good. Pope's taking my stuff back. Loving this. We've won the siege of Somogi, which I believe was their capital. Yeah, it totally was their capital. Kaposvar. I learned that Var means city in Hungarian. I learned that from Reddit. There's a big... Somebody posted a picture because accents in his font completely screwed up the name of... It was actually Belgrade. But, Belgrade. They had the Hungarian writing of it. So, but the font, the accents messed it up, and it had like at signs and all these weird ASCII codes. So, and people were laughing and they're like, ha ha ha. But yeah, suffice it to say, in that thread, I learned Var is Hungarian for city. Like their name literally meant Bulgarian white city. Payment demands. Sensing that we may need them more than they need us, various mercenary captains have banded together to demand higher pay. Mercenary maintenance plus 50%. Dang. Dang. We've converted the heretics of Rhodes. Awesome. Whoa, Kosovo is partially depleted. No. No. Man, that is not fun. Clergy political struggle. The time has come for the clergy to appoint a new leader to assist our king in the capital. The likely candidate is an old cleric with a solid history and a prominent member of the clergy behind him. He has, however, also acquired many enemies during his life, who now hope to see a somewhat younger candidate with a less ugly past to be appointed. As king, it would not be hard to influence this election to the younger candidate who would likely be more loyal. To be seen to meddle in the affairs of the clergy, however, would very likely weaken the faction in the long run. We will not meddle in the affairs of the clergy. There we go. And Hungary is almost done, but we don't want to peace out Hungary just yet. We don't want to peace out Hungary because we want to attack Florence. If we were to get Florence, the Pope would be involved. France, oh, right, because France isn't involved in our conquest of Hungary. Dang! That was a mistake. So what we need to do is we need to, who else is, they're allied with Ragusa and Firenze. And Ragusa is allied with Hungary. Oh, their independence is guaranteed by the Ottomans. Ooh, this is a complex network. I'm gonna have to figure out how to break this at some later point in time. So you know what? I don't think it matters if we peace out with Hungary right now, except that is a large coalition. Genoa, the Emperor, Milan, Siena. Okay, so maybe we don't take that one. Maybe we take Somogi. Maybe we take Varaždin. We need this. Okay, this is a much smaller coalition. I mean, so if we wait a month, Savoy, Genoa, Augsburg, Bayern, Sachsen, and Salzburg won't be all that upset at us. If we wait 1 year. So we're going to wait 8 months. We're going to wait 8 months, and then we'll take over Varaždin. We'll still leave Lika, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh, right. Which means, if we're still doing this, where's my army? It's all the way down here. Which means we need to start attacking them so that we take our stuff back. Or that so they don't take their stuff back, rather. Alright. Agrano is converted to Protestant. So yeah, once again, what do you think? Do we stay Protestant for the additional tax income? Or do we stay Catholic, or do we switch to Catholic, or do we switch to Protestant for the additional tax income? Not Reformed, specifically the choices between Protestant and, oh, interesting. Interesting. The Ottomans are at war with Castile. That is interesting. The Ottomans don't have that much manpower. Neither do we. But Because they don't have much manpower, but now might be a good time to actually attack them. Especially if we can get France and Poland in on this war. We can't get any... this would be calling them into 2 wars, so we need to hold off on that. Poland wouldn't join the war because they're in debt. 1359. France wouldn't join the war because accepting would destabilize. They have a truce with Turkey, with the Ottomans. Do they? No, they don't. Why would that destabilize France? That wouldn't destabilize France. Okay, so maybe we do attack them. Hungary broke their alliance with Ragusa. That's good. And I'm just waiting for January of 1500, and then we will immediately start taking some lands from... It might only be 1 territory. Istria has converted to Protestant. We might have to switch to Protestant, especially if Venice itself goes Protestant. The Pope would not like us. So yeah, again, sound off below if you think we should switch to Protestant. The voice of the people will reign supreme here. But anyways, January 1500. Let's just smash these guys for giggles. There we go. Switch back to Belgrade, and let's take Varaždin. Yeah, that's a much more manageable coalition. I mean, it still does involve Florence and Hungary. It still does involve Florence, Austria, and the Emperor, which is bad. But we're going to get a lot of money. We're going to get war reparations. They're going to steer their trade. No, we can't make them steer their trade our way. We'll make them transfer trade power. There we go. And we still have a claim on Lika. Anyways, it's not costing us any diplomatic power. Fantastic. Boom. 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 Hungary's accepted our peace offer. We get a whole bunch of ducats. As a result, some of our provinces lack cores. Varaždin, we will do that. We will finally select the naval doctrine of... I like the ship boarding. Chance to capture enemy ships plus 33%. Ship trade power. Galley combat ability. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that. Those of you that know more about this game than I do, suggest a naval doctrine as well. But with the conquest of Varaždin, that is the end of this. Right after this. That is the end of this episode. I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you all next time in the world of the Most Serene Kingdom. But also, you've been waiting patiently for this, information about Varaždin. Whoop! Bye, everybody. 3 history sections? Nice. This one will be quick, though. Located about 200 kilometers or 125 miles up the Drava River from Adriana. Remember, we built a new city after conquering Osijek in episode 6. Varaždin was historically a major regional economic and military center by the 13th century. For 20 years, the city was capital of Croatia under the Austrians from 1756 to 1776, when a major fire destroyed much of the city. And though famous for the Stari Grad fortress, which was established by the 12th century, their current buildings were built in the 18th century in the Baroque style after the fire. Personally, I think it's an amazing location for a beautiful castle. I think it'll make a great summer home for Marco Tiepolo. Don't you?